to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Fresno State's offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the wide receiver screen. Turning it on. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. The RPO fired complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the run, it's Duggan. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind.
There he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The give to the back. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll test the right side. Just what they were looking for, their 1st and 10 play. The give to the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. 42, spike. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Duggan. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On target to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back.
Breaks into the open. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. It's Kennedy. Fires to the big fella. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Completes it in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking for a man. It's Kennedy. He's got the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. This time they'll go to the running game. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They're working that left side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Whips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want it.
Touchdown, Fresno State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rainbow Warriors are in the hurry-up.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs.
Oh, he's got some space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle. It's Fuller. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely perfect.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. The play action fake. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Slater. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. Turning it on! He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Line getting set on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's Kennedy. Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Rainbow Warriors getting set on 1st and 10. The option look. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Rainbow Warriors are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. On target over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game is starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Fresno State, 23. Hawaii, 13.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield very late in the half. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's got it. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to cap.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Scanning the field, it's Kennedy. They'll run the screen. He's in open space downfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Fresno State takes over. The offense will go back to work. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Fresno State will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fuller. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide the...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Kennedy. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it on the outside. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The hand to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So
there he goes.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was
just plowing ahead. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Grabbed behind the line. It's Duggan. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. from the gun. Running back gets the give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Hawaii, 20.
Bringing it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
To the air, it's Kennedy. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Looking left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the left side.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The lone back's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear.
Let's go.
They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Wide open downfield. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're not on the same page there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running.
Going for it all. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Using his legs, it's Duggan. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. on the option. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
On the set.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
3-20.
Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. They'll go to the ground. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Duggan. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fresno State will have to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. And fortunate to get it back. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play. And they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Motion from the wideout. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's got a chance.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay up.
Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And he puts through the extra point. They took it 71 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Fresno State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum.